of June. This week, we head north of Utica to Remsen. We visited this village 2.5 years ago and learned about its Welsh heritage. The area greatly resembles Wales, and in the late 1700s, Remsen had a preeminent role in Welsh immigration to the United States.
When we were here a few years ago, we saw this old blacksmith shop, and it was in pretty rough shape. Fortunately for us, a lover of local history, Kelly Weaver, purchased this building and has been renovating it. She is from this very community, so we were wondering what you call people from Remsen. We thought that perhaps it was a Remsenite, but I've been told by Ryan over here that the proper pronunciation is a Remsonian. Be sure to mark your calendar to come to the Barn Festival at the end of September, because everybody is hoping to have this open and up and running so you can see for yourself what an old blacksmith shop is like.
Mark your calendars for the 30th Annual Remsen Barn Festival, September 26th and 27th. The event is built on and celebrates Welsh traditions and features acoustic music, street entertainment, traditional handcrafts, authentic food, and artwork. We are given a private tour of the historic Hutchinson House by owner Hazel Black. It was built in 1809 by Welsh carpenter Ellis Pritchard. The exterior and much of the interior remains as it was 200 years ago, with original ceilings and horizontal wainscoting.
This was the original post office here in Remsen, and inside you can see the original woodwork and tin ceilings. The house is now owned by Mr. and Mrs. Black, so that when you drive by, notice that they have their airmail mailbox way up in the air, some 15 feet. And the mailbox at the bottom is for blackmail.
Laying back in the summer sun, sipping an ice cold glass of lemonade.
We head north on Lake Julia Road into the beautiful and fascinating countryside of Remsen. The fields are dotted with boulders that seem dropped from the sky. Here, deep in the forest, we find the historic Hall District No. 12 school.
At one time, there were 21 one-room schoolhouses in the Remsen School District. This one is the only one that has been preserved as a one-room schoolhouse. Fortunately, there were 2 school teachers from the New York City area who bought a camp up here in the area. They saw this and they wanted to preserve it for posterity. The teachers left the building to 2 Remsonians, Mr. and Mrs. Pugh, who fortunately for all of us are maintaining this fantastic structure. When I came in here today, there were all kinds of things that caught my eye, but one in particular, and it's this pen, because I believe I'm beginning to date myself when I realize that it was one of these, well, one like this one here that I used. I had a little trouble finding the inkwell. When I was in school, it was right there on the top of the desk. Here, though, it's hidden on the side.
We head back south along Lake Julia Road to the Lake Julia Preserve. The property is protected by the Nature Conservancy and is used by Utica College faculty and students for ecological teaching and research.
If you're looking to get away from it all, then take a ride just outside of Remsen to the Lake Julia Preserve. It's a conservancy, and you go back in there, and that is really stepping into nature.
The Lake Julia Preserve has a 2-mile-long loop trail that takes you through a hardwood forest, along streams, a spruce fir swamp, a sphagnum bog, and man-made lakes. It is open to the public year-round from dawn to dusk for hiking, birdwatching, nature study, and cross-country skiing.
Suddenly, there you are, your past looking back at you.
The Welsh Calvinistic Church has been here since 1848. When I came here, I noticed that there were the 2 doors in front. I was told that one door was for men, one for women. Naturally, I thought that was a segregationist thing, but that's not the case. Remember, the Welsh are very well known for their singing abilities. The men and the women sat in different parts of the church inside for harmony purposes.
Remsonians love their Remsen, and many return to the area after leaving. Steve Boucher may have a French name, but has a Welsh heart, and returned to his hometown to build his and his wife's dream. Their 1950s restaurant may only be a year old, but already draws people from all over the Mohawk Valley.
Well, I grew up here in Remsen and graduated from the local high school back in '83. And then life took me through some adventures, and so I went into the corporate world, lived out of town for about 8 years in the Hudson Valley. And then in 2005, 2006 time period, I had the good fortune to be able to move back. And I moved back here, put my kids in school, and decided to build a business in Remsen. Well, my wife and I, when we traveled quite extensively, we went to different restaurants, and we always liked the 50s style restaurant that we've gone to at different places. And we said if we ever built a restaurant, this is the type of genre we'd want to go with. Well, what we did is we built the whole business around a 50s style restaurant where we had the girls with the poodle skirts, and everything looks just like the 50s. The music is the 50s. Everything from start to finish, we try to copy that time period because it was a good time period, a happy time period, and it brings people back into a better time or more fun times in their minds. Well, I grew up in Remsen, and I thought there'd be no better place to start my business or grow a business than right here in my hometown. I could have gone to other bigger markets, but it was something that was needed here, we thought, something to be fun for the area, and it's a way for us to give back to our community.
Steve may have talked about the 1950s era, but I lived it, and what a great life it was back then. The poodle skirts, I remember those very well. And in particular, I would go to the chocolate shop in downtown Utica, order myself a strawberry milkshake every day of the week, I think, school day. Came here today, they make strawberry milkshakes here just like those with real strawberries. Get yourself out here. And of course, Elvis was the king back then. Did you know what his favorite sandwich was? It was a grilled peanut butter with banana. You can get one of those here. If you're looking to go cruising today, cruise on up here to Remsen to the soda fountain. Steve and Lynn are going to be giving you a special treat. Today only, order an entree and you'll be given a free small sundae for dessert.
Just trying to find my way back home. Just trying to find my way back home. Just trying to find my way back home. Just trying to find my way.
In Oneida County, and especially in Remsen, April 5th is Erin Hamlin Day. Erin is a 2004 graduate of Remsen Central School and the 2009 gold medal world champion in luge. Her mother, the school's nurse, takes us to the Wall of Fame, where a set of plaques honor Remsen's hometown hero.
Well, I talk to you, but you don't listen. I reach out to you, but you don't care. I don't know how to handle this situation.
Throughout the Mohawk Valley, there are small businesses that keep America moving. Here in Remsen, MPM Inc. manufactures high-frequency electromagnetic wave packages and chassis assemblies for the military, aerospace, and medical fields.
I'm holding a motor housing that is manufactured right here at MPM. What's the significance of it? Inside of this housing will go a probe which treats cancer, and it is used worldwide, and it's made right here in Remsen.
MPM stands for Metal Parts Manufacturing. That name actually came from the old General Electric that used to be on French Road. That was the name of the machine shop at French Road, and where I used to work in the planning office, and my partner Paul used to work there too. Most of the work we do is prototyping for defense contractors. Some limited small production runs we do as well. We also do work for companies like Remington Arms and Tech Utica are also customers. A couple other customers are DRS, which is another defense contractor. Ascendant Engineering does design work for different companies, and in that process they also need prototypes made, which we do a lot for.
So how's the old saying go? All work and no play?
My partner Paul started that project. It's a half-scale radio-controlled car, and it's just getting started. We've had a lot of interest. It's kind of an expensive hobby for people, but we're working on trying to make it happen. We got some machines, and it's something we can control ourselves, and The marketing is a little bit tough to do and still be here running the machine shop, but it's a fun project and hopefully it'll take off one day.
There may be only 5 employees here, but it's companies like this that are the backbone of America.
Traveling round